Hello and welcome to Will's Town. Today I will walk you through a slow process of building a new town. In gold, none AI opponents 2, reactive to AI aggressiveness, radio frequency medium, 3 years to build up, and so on. Make it nice and easy. We'll press continue. We'll see what we will get. Okay, let's see what we get. We have stone, deep mine stone, berries, some clay, only a small amount of iron, and some fish. Okay, so berries are good, fish is not great. Be nice to be a rich resource, but it isn't. So, shovel fish, and for deep mining, some stone. Okay, let's have a look what else was around. Spin that round. There's a bandit camp. Uh, Not a lot there. They have mushrooms. Okay. Hmm. They've been good there. But okay, we'll move on. This is our first episode. Very simple. What we do is a nice road and curve it a little bit. Curve it round the tree line. Something a bit like that. So important. The first thing, the most important thing is logging camp. So I think it'd be nice to have it up here. Trees. Yep. Only need to remove one for that. Second most important is the woodcutter's lodge. And we could bring that down here. Yeah. Mm. Let the woodcutters work over here. Need to keep it close. So I'm going to place that right there. As we hit pause. Most important one is this one. Even though we know we have enough supplies, but 7 supplies of wood takes 1, takes 2. So it's only 3. But get this up and running first. As you can see, the people are moving. Got Peter, Seitz, Angus, Seitz, Catherine, Albrecht, and Pullus. And the ox's name is George, or Gorge. Okay, a new message. I've heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honour against those who would wrong me. I hope you will not judge me by the rumours and slanders that some may spread about me. Signed and sealed by your own seal, Hildbot von Barenrath. We will, what can we write back? You have no rightful claim to Selbitz and Hofstetten. Okay, so that's the only one we got. Drag, send. Mm-hmm. How are we doing? Slowly but surely they will build. While they're building, we're leaving to it. Next important thing really is berries, and we're in March, so frequent raining, summer crops grow, possible droughts, and autumn is when berries stop, and winter, the sheep, and winter, sheep shearing forbidden, while berry bushes become dormant. Autumn, harvest, plough and sowing crops, and also in winter, fish. The lake freezes over. So we'll see how close we can get to that. So to spin it, using a mouse, hold down the left button on the mouse and spin it by just moving the mouse left and right, left and right. Okay, something like that. Yep. And then we move on to the road. And maybe something coming straight out like that. Okay, so we'll pause that once the logging camp is done, which is getting close. Yep, logging camp is nearly ready. You see them working on it very, very closely to be finished. Wonderful. So we have one person on that. Now, with the menus, you have general, which shows you all this information here. Then you have the people, and that's your workers. Going to get the trade. Okay, and then you have advanced. So you can limit work area. So if you want a specific area that you want chopped down, you just push this down. And what you can do is press Control, bottom left button on most laptops and keyboards. Hold that button down, and then with your mouse middle wheel, you can just roll it up, extend it, and roll it down to make it small. So, yeah. So what we'll do, just to show you, we'll just concentrate on this area. Okay. Now that's up, let's get this construction working. Won't worry about houses yet. Have that camp there. As long as you get it before winter, everyone's okay. We have lots of time. As I said at the beginning, just gonna take my time, walk through everything very, very slowly. Looking through the menus, unassigned families. Started with 5, put one in the logging camp, leave you with 4. Once we've done that, Woodcutter's Lodge, that'll be down to 3. And then once we've completed the Woodcutter's Lodge, the Fisherman's Hut, you're down to 2. And those 2 families will build me my houses. And we'll plan out some paths, I think, some roads. So that's there. We'll not do straight boring paths. Again, if you hold down control button, it gives you more of a curve. It shows you can do more curves and bring it back round, and but not sure. I think I think I'd do something like this. Yeah. Let's see. Now we have put a house in the menu, residential, and here you have barrage plot, a well. That'd be the next thing. Marketplace, taverns, churches, and the course bit. Your families don't die naturally, only die in battle. So let's have a look, see what we can do with this. Let's get that in there. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Not gonna be good, this one. Have one there, which is a good size, but that is not good. I don't like that. Okay, start from this side, see what we get. See the difference. Just moving it around. Now that's perfect. So what we got here looks like just one plot, but actually it's 2. There's a house, barrage plot, but there's a second one just here. So each one at this size can give you 2 plots for 2 residents. We need to find 5. So we just need to do 3 big sized plots for houses, and you've got more than enough, plus 1 extra if you can get this. So I'd like this, and also just before there was a line across there. That's where the garden's going to be. So you have the house there, and then you have an extra place for residents there, and a big area for your vegetables. We will be doing vegetables. Vegetables are very, very important early game. Okay, I didn't press pause, so I'll let them carry on for now. Then it's one. Okay, it's working. Looks George, George, Gorge, and uninsigned worker Katrina is helping the locks with the ox. So this one available living space. It's -1, -5, but you've got +1 now because we're building one. Approval. We got it on low setting, but it's still average out about 74, 75% when they're all happy. That's with marketplace, a church, obviously water, a well, and varieties of food. You get up to about 74%, and somewhere along here, maybe not showing yet, but somewhere along here, it will show you how many, yeah, monthly migration, 0. But it's because you haven't got any houses down. Once you have more houses and you have families, then they'll go up. But you need 70% to at least have one migration a month. So it does take a while. It takes a while for all to level out. So no public orders. That's how much regional wealth we've got at the moment. We've got 1 oxen, no horses, mules, sheep, lambs, goats, pigs, chickens. That all comes later. And this is what we have. Month remaining before supplies run out. 3 months of food and fuel, nothing at the moment. Yep. This had a person to there. Get some wood chopping for the fires. So we got 1, like I said, construction expansion, increase living space by 1, allowing an additional family to move in. So we'll build that. That's pretty much a priority. And up here shows you we have 3 timber planks, 20 rubble. That'll help us build the. I think that help us build the storehouse. Yes. Dress stone is for church. Mortar is for church. Not basic level 1, but when we move on to level 2. And the same with roof tiles. So that's what we have at the moment. This is the food count. So at the moment it's showing nothing that we're actually bringing in ourselves. This is what they brought in with supplies. So okay at the moment. Firewood, 19, and all this crafting materials, wheat, rye, wax, spices. It's all there. You can see all. The clothes, that's a little bit later when you get to the barrage plot level 2s and on to level 3. And this will be the military. Once we put a storehouse up, we will see instantly that we'll have 20 spears and 20 large shields. But taking it slow, taking it easy, we will Take our time. Need to get this, make this a priority now. That's why I said it's important to pause things as you go, because the more concentration on this, but we want fish. We need fish. Settlement level changed. Not yet, it hasn't. Okay, local workers will come to this now anyway. Only needs a little bit more work and it's done. There you go. So now our family are moving to there. It's already gone down, see? Don't worry about messages like exposed stocks are getting soaked. They don't. They don't. It's just trying to make you move on and get a storage house and the granaries, but you also really need workers to work in those so they go around and collect. And we haven't. We haven't the people. I just need to get the fishermen up and running because we need food. Okay, let's move on to another part of the road. I think I'll come around here, something like this. That may be a bit too big. Get this around here. It won't go straight to there. That's a bit bigger. Let's see, eh? Let's start with this side. Let's have a look. One big one again. Let's see what else is there. Yep, that's perfect anyway. There you go. Main house, extra residence, garden coming across there so they can just walk out here, collect all the vegetables, and they're not far behind either. But this time we'll pause, 100% pause that. And while we're doing that, this is in the way of it. So here, along the top edge here, which you don't want to demolish it, but we can relocate, which is good. And we'll think, I think I will put all, yeah, somewhere here. We'll let that run. We will build, and the reason why I moved that on purpose was because I want to build already for the next plot. Something like that. Let's see how that looks. Once you get all the houses up and there's no one waiting, that goes away and naturally disappears. That stays until you have storehouse and granary, but that will go. But at the moment, let's see what we can do here. It's not happy with that. Do around there. Yeah, no, no good. Not a good one. Okay, just right click that all the way back, delete that. Again with the path, just click on the path, and what we can do here is press Alt and left click on the mouse, and it removes the road. Right, let's have a think about it. I want them all really close together. What I think I'll look at is market. See what I can get in this area, if anything. It's a little bit too small. No. Hmm. Just one. Okay, just one there. We'll build around it all. So, I'm not sure. Maybe they're smaller than the last one. We will see. Get it around there. Why is it not allowing me to do that? Around there. For some reason it doesn't allow me to do that. Yep, it's too small. Okay, that's no good. Gonna have to build another one out this side first. Get rid of that, then I can build in the middle. I'm trying to do something that's not going to work. So remember, put your cruiser on there, press Alt, and then left click on the mouse, completely removes the road. Now maybe we've got workers there. Maybe it's best if I can just bring one out here. Lots of space. Put that in there. Go to the hammer, which is construction. Then to the houses. Let's put it there. Curve around. And that is perfect. A perfect one. Don't need to do anything else. However, we'll pause at 1, 2. Once we got this up, the most important, we've got 13 wheat bread. We need more. just standing around. Logging camp has got 8, but it's about getting it all the way down to there. Takes a little bit of time, but if you're not in a rush, just easy, take it easy, enjoy the game, and just get to the basics until you really understand. Yeah, the froggers. Get out my Mr. Ox. And where's he going? What's going on here? Why is he going to there? Why is he going there and not to my... Do I accidentally press pause? I accidentally... Beginner's mistake. I pressed pause. They took a log there, so I thought it was unpaused. My mistake, people. Okay, let's speed it up now. Not sure why I brought it in there and then picked it back up to take it out now. But it is what it is. Okay, now we're back on track. Construction is finished. Put a person, a family in there. I'm going to say person. They work as a family. There's always 3 people in the family that does it. So there will be 3 people fishing. Let's have a look. It's in the weeds. In the reeds, not the weeds. There you go. First fish for our settlement. And you have to wait for him to come back. And then it puts it in the storage. Up to 50 fishes. Looks beautiful. A little bit of sunshine in within the trees. Looks wonderful. He's got his fish. So the next important thing is now is water. Now, I think I'll put the water here. A well. So in residential again is the well. So you can, underneath this here is snap to road. You can unclick it. You can twiddle it around yourself to where you really want it, not where they decide it goes. Okay, so the well is the most important thing now. That needs 1 log. We'll let them move on with that. And once that's done, then we unpause these. I suppose if I clicked on this fisherman's hut, it would clearly say construction pause under construction, but I didn't read it. So let's go back here. Construct a backyard extension. For these, we need a saw pit. So we need 2 planks for a vegetable garden, money for chicken, money for animal pen 4, and 2 planks for apples, and then apiary, but it's honey. You cannot use honey or wax at the moment unless there's been a new update that I'm unaware of. But they're very, very good for selling. You can get some really good prices for the wax. Not so much the honey, but the wax you will get good price. So after I've built the well and these 2, it has to be a saw pit. And then we can build vegetable garden. But you need someone working in the saw pit, so you lose another person. And after the saw pit, we need to think about building a trading post. And once you build a trading post, you have 0 people. So you just have to keep balancing it, working within your population limit. And you could easily build lots of plots, just square ones, just to get it going. Just do that, and get houses, and let's put it back, snap back tool. It won't come up because I haven't got enough wood, I don't think. There you go. So you can build 3, 4 houses there. But you want something different. It's easy to do that. Let's click on there. Remember, control, nope, sort. Click on the road, remove. If you click on the road and press control, that gives you the option to curve it more. Okay, how are we doing? The well is constructed. Yep. Running out of fuel, running out of food. We've got 9 fish. That's carp. It's a shame if we had a nice here in the river, it would be eels, and then eels you can trade money for that, and it gives you a good price. Fish doesn't give you much. Berries give you hardly anything, like 1 coin per berry. It's not great. Stone, we can work on with a stone. We can get the dress stone, which is up here somewhere. Where did I see it? It's here. Rough stone, it always creates rubble. You can sell the rubble, like 1 or 2 coins um, per piece of rubble. Then you can go up to dress stone. That gives you some good money, but you have to unlock everything, which also costs money. And each trading part, every one you click on, next one gets a little bit more expensive, with more experience of what I've noticed. So less chit chat, more action. Let's get this barrage plot up. And doesn't matter, just get them both going. So, wood cutters, got loads of wood. I can take that family away for a bit, but you just have to remember to put them back in. Get them to do something else. They would become workers, help build what's necessary here. No point them sitting there doing nothing. And my understanding is that they do not do anything else. That is, they're assigned and they stay there. Work. Speed up time a little bit. Once these are two up, that will disappear. Gives us a little bit more room to play with. We'll see. Just waiting for the ox to come back. Hmm. Interesting. Never went to the path though. Never mind. That's okay. Concentrate on this one now and get this one up. Into May now. And we're getting close to summer. So we have -1. So we will spend the living spot for here. There's another 2 logs. And you can see where they're digging to get it ready. Very beautiful. If you have higher spec laptops, this will look amazing. Unfortunately, I don't. So it's not as nice, crystal clear and beautiful as it should be. Okay, it's dropped off a log. Just waiting for the workers to come back. And I think what we will do, or what I would do, is build the other one here. And that will generate one family to join the settlement, because I will need we need worker in here as well, and we need a worker for the saw pit, and the saw pit will go right up here next to the logging camp, so the ox will just collect the wood, bring it there, etc., etc. Just easy to do. Els, the wood character, waiting. And also what I like to do is use this. You can put a shrine down. It doesn't do anything at the moment, as it says, cosmetic only, but a raised shrubbery. You don't erase a shrubbery, in my eyes, it stops trees because they naturally will grow back. So you're stopping it, but it's also good. You can see that lots of logs still waiting to be collected. And you can also see now they're working within that area, like I said. And later down the line, at some point, I will build forester hut. Designate an area, exactly like I did with the logging camp. Advanced setting, and put, it works exactly the same. Right, so now we've reached the next level of settlement, a small village. We can look into this. Right, this is Bamberg smallholders, driven by Bamberg, which is in Germany, by the Bishop Heavy Tithe. We learn to keep our hearths warm and our tables full by our own hands. We waste nothing, tend every plot with care, and set down roots where we can live by our own labour, not by the bishop's mercy. So new upgrades, small holding, increase approval from food variety, increase success chance for tree planting. Well, and tithe approval malice. My experience of the games, you don't need tree planting as a success. It just plants. Approval from food variety, well, unless you've got the actual food to upgrade your borage plots, it don't make no difference. So, hunting hound, we haven't really got anything worth. I mean, if we had the deep mine title for the animals, then definitely that'd be something to look into. Woodwright journeyman. Guilds closed their ranks. A journeyman may wander but never root. A craftsman may labour but not sell without their seal. After being rejected a guild membership, we carry out planes and chisels. We carry our planes and chisels to freer towns where timber and toll alone will set our place. So improve buyers and joiners, reduce fuel consumption, Matilda compact effectiveness, decrease miner labour speed. So again, nothing really exciting, not for me. Fuel consumption, no. everything's fine with that. You won't never need to worry about that if you do it right. Regensburg, Guildsman. We settle here as we have always traded, with ledgers in hand and profit in mind. The Dunbull, I'm sorry, I will not pronounce that correctly, carried wealth to Regensburg, and so it flows in us. Our houses rise with little, our purses swell with plenty, and our bargains always hold true. Increased regional wealth from barrage plots, reduced for the upgrade costs, salt and iron import value reduction. Now, that's a possibility. Regensburg, again, is in Germany. This game is set, I believe, I do truly believe it's set around Germany. And yes, with the names in that, Regensburg and Bamberg, 100% German names. So Smiths, a 5 pound variety is the heat of battle, but peace leaves few foragers fed. A man without work is a blade left to rust. So we're set out to strike anew. Here we keep our hammers ringing and forward strength that endures. Increase blacksmith efficiency, increase weapon export value, equip milita, provide approval, affinity local handyman bonus. Now if we add deep mine iron ore, then definitely 100% go for this one, but we don't. So move on to the next one. Born of the Alps, we are raised where the slopes are steep and the valleys quiet. The cold takes what it can, so we can keep what it cannot. Clothes well made, herds bred to endure, and wild country left rich enough to fill the plot when winter comes. So clothing durability increase, sheep are more resilient, efficient hunting camps. Trade routes are more costly. Do not use this one. Trade routes are more costly. Trade routes are very costly as it is. So not good. So this could be the one we go for. Our hands are tempered on the spires of Strasbourg, which is Germany. Each cut of stone a step toward heaven. Though the work fell silent, our crafts did not. With the same measure and the same will, we rise walls to endure regeneration. Improved stonemason station, 30% efficiency. Reduce of the castle planning, -13. Improved stone gathering camp and decrease labour speed for hunting and fishing. Okay, so we have fishing, but I think this would be the one. Nuremberg prospectus, we had salt, improved mine integrity, efficient farming at elevation, cheaper animal imports. No, I think with what we have here, we have stone. We have stone, we have berries, we have fish, and we have clay and iron. So with all that we have here, and what we need to look for is over here, the overlay. So Emma fertility, which is poor, very, very poor. I think you'll find in most games wherever you start, you will be lucky. You'll be lucky to have good fields. You always find so that's really poor, but the field on the other side is wonderful. And this one, a little bit better. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just not very good. Maybe that's the best one out the lot. So, but over here we have some nice bits here. Little bit down here. We can maybe think about farms. Flax, always pretty bad. Barley is the same. Barley, a little bit here, little bit, tiny bit, and rye. Rye is better than Rye is better than Emma. Emma is wheat, and and I'm looking at the wrong place. Ah dear, just realised that. Let's have a go again. Emma, we have Emma there. Flax, nothing really at all. Barley, yeah, that's really poor again. And rye, we've got loads here. We can build lovely farms here. Make that lovely bread. And ah, if I did that, it shows you the elevation. One thing this game does do, if it's slightly higher than the surrounding area, sometimes it does not like to be built on. So that's good. The fire one, I suppose that will be the industry. All the smoke and that coming across onto the residents, well, start to complain. Right, so going back, we go back up here and I will choose this one. Strasbourg Masons. This will be the one. These are still all locked. With the updates, hopefully these will change. This is where we are at the moment. We are woodland, 64% dense and shadowed. The forest teems with animal life and resources. Swine grow fat on mast and acorn. Pigs' time to yield decreased by an amount equal to the woodland environment. Okay. Thriving ecosystem has a chance for wild animals to produce 2 offspring instead of 1, and for berries and mushrooms to grow 1 resources more per clump. So tannery yield increase proportionally to woodland environment. Current effect 64%. So that's good. And meadows gives pollination to bees for your crops. Wilding, don't know really that. Apiary produced time decreased by amount equal to the meadow environment. Apiary, I think, believe is beehives. Yes. And rural, there's nothing really going on there. Nothing going on there. And the records will be when you start to trade. That's that. And resources, we're doing timber. Nothing in there. That's what you can have all of. And we've got carp. Nothing here yet, but all this is all here for you to see. We'll close that down. So we decided to do that. fish. Now we needed to do add here. Get this one done. 3. And what we do, speed it up a little bit. As you can see, we're still in May. Just about, it's the 30th. It'll be the 1st of June very soon. Just waiting for workers to come. Fisherman's hut is full, which is never a bad thing. Okay, we will continue. We'll slow it down. And we are close to finishing off my first episode. That is ready. Now you can see we have started off with 5 residents, 5 families. Have one there, so 2, 4, and now 5. So all the families start with, they've got homes now, and we've got an extra one which shows up here. So a fresh settlement +1. Now we move on to the saw pit. Now I spoke about putting it somewhere up here. It's got to be the place. How are we doing here? Yeah, so only one's gone, so just keep your eye on it. When it starts getting maybe 25, that's perhaps when you need to put someone in there. And it says it's got no fuels or anything, but you can clearly see that there's smoke coming out the chimney. So don't rush and stress to get the storehouse up and then marketplace, and no need. Get the priorities done. So I was thinking, they call this road here the King's Road, and they're the major routes for traders. And what we're looking for is this symbol. That's a trade point, so we're quite away from trade points, and there's one there. We're linked, yeah, so it's just this one here, one here, maybe. It's got a link there. It goes that way. I'm not sure if it makes too much of a difference. I'm not sure. I think it does have an impact. But waiting times, if you had started something here, you got a trade point there and you got a trade point there, I'm sure that would be improved. But yeah, nice little rockery area there. Could have built a manor there, but then you're so far away from all these, it just wouldn't work. just needs someone to come and build. So once this is built, you will see that the logs will decrease so much. It works so efficiently, the saw pit, so just keep your eye on it. Because when you want to build something new, another house plots, as you remember that it took 2 to build the house and 2 to build the extra plot, so you need 4 wood. And you come to here, the logging camp, and there's 0 because saw pit has consumed all. So once this is built, and I've got a worker in there, I will call this episode 1 over. Speed it up a little bit. We're nearly done. There we go. And we'll add a person to that. And we'll watch this for a little bit. Speed up a little bit until we started producing. There you go. And something to worth remembering is that if we put this saw pit right over here, bear in mind that the worker has to come from all the way over there to all the way over here. So like with many other games, not too far, but far enough away so that the workers can get to their jobs, have their break, because they have breaks, and then they go back. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed my episode, and come back for the episode 2. Thank you, and goodbye.